sketchy friends, so I'm about to depart on a 3-week road trip around South Africa with Duncan. This is our honeymoon trip and we are so excited. In fact, as you're listening to this, I'm probably on the road already. So I thought I'd share with you the art supplies I'm taking with me. I thought that might be interesting for you guys. We are traveling around in a car, so I'm definitely taking more than I would do if it was just me and a backpack. So this is a little map of where we're going. We start off in Johannesburg where we live and we head out west, and yeah, we just end up doing a very large loop. We're gonna hit up a lot of the west coast and then Cape Town, a bit of the garden route. It's just gonna be absolutely amazing, and what an opportunity to see my new home country. So yeah, very excited about that. These are the art materials I am going to be taking with me, so let me just talk you through them very quickly. First off, we have a Stillman & Byrne Beta series sketchbook. This is 8 by 10 inches and this is the soft cover. And I bought this quite a long time ago. I think it must have been end of 2019 because I bought it in Melbourne when we were visiting Duncan's family. So it's got a few things in there, but yeah, I just thought this was a great opportunity to try and fill that sketchbook up, and it's a nice amount of space to do some nice big sketches in too. And then we've got a Stillman & Byrne, I think Epsilon sketchbook, which is the hardcover version, hardbound version. I think this must be like 5 by 8 inches, I think, something like that. And this paper doesn't really accept watercolor as well as perhaps the Beta does. So it's going to be more for just like line drawings, ink drawings, maybe some Inktense pencils or something like that. So, or maybe some very light watercolor use. And then we have a Faber-Castell collapsible water cup, very useful for sketching on the road or out and about urban sketching. Then we've got my favourite St. Petersburg White Nights watercolour set, 14 pans. And then my mongrel set, which is a mixture of Winsor & Newton, Daniel Smith and Jackson's Art own brand. And then I have my pencil case with an assortment of pens and brushes in, and I'll show you that in a bit more detail in a second. And then just a cloth to dry my brushes off. And I've included my Inktense pencils here, and I think I will take them just because we are in the car. It might be fun to experiment with them on the road. I don't use them a massive amount, but yeah, I think they might just be a fun addition to play with. Then I have my secret weapons, and if any of you have watched that video, you'll know what I mean. But these are my Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pens, 6 shades of grey, 3 warm, 3 cool, brush nib. And then we have my, I think, yeah, the Schmincke super granulating Tundra sets. They're just small ones, the 5mm ones, but I thought, hey, we're going to be out in the desert a lot, and you know, why not take them with me? I may or may not use them, but again, we're in the car, so I can take what I want. So yeah, thought I'd take those with me. And then a tube of white gouache, Winsor & Newton Designer's gouache. And lastly, I am possibly taking this bottle of platinum carbon ink with me. I don't know, it depends. The Wasabi Eco fountain pen I have holds an incredibly large amount of ink, so that one probably won't need to be filled up over the 3 weeks. However, the Sailor Fude fountain pen is quite thirsty and it does use a lot of ink, so that one might need replacing. So I'm on the shelf now whether I need to take the bottle of ink with me or not. You know, I guess I just worry about it like breaking and getting black permanent ink all over my car. I don't know. So let's look at this pencil case in a little more detail. So let's start with the fountain pens first. So I have the Wasabi Eco fountain pen, which has an extra fine nib on it, and you can see the entire body of it contains ink. So it is, yeah, it holds a lot of ink, so that one's really useful. And then this is the Sailor Fude nib pen. It's got that bent nib, and yeah, this one doesn't hold quite so much ink, / it uses a lot, especially if you use it with the widest part of the nib. It lays down a lot of ink. And then in terms of fine liners, I've got a variety of sizes. I've got a 0.2, a 0.3 and a 0.5. I think in a normal situation I would have a 0.1, but my 0.1's run out and I just haven't had an opportunity to get another one at the moment. These are all Unipin fine liners. They are water and fade proof. Yeah, they're good. Good pens. And then I have some pencils. I probably actually won't take all of these, but I've got two normal wood pencils. One is a HB, one is a 2B, and then this is a mechanical pencil, a Rotring. I think it's a 0.5. Yeah, so that's those. I am taking a kneadable eraser because I find that they are nice for erasing on watercolour paper. They don't damage the surface of the paper. I have a pencil sharpener here, which will come in handy for these wood pencils and those Inktense pencils I mentioned. And I have a black brush pen. This is the Copic one. This is not refillable. I do have a Pentel pocket brush somewhere which does take cartridges, so that one feels a bit better because it's reusable. This one is not. Both waterproof though, so that's good. And then I think that just leaves us... Oh no, sorry, I've got a white gel pen. This is the Sakura Jelly Roll, which is fine. I don't find it any better or worse than the Unipin, the Signo one that I've got as well. I couldn't remember the name of it there, sorry. And then I'm on to brushes. So again, seeing as we're going in the car and I can take more, I will. So I've got my mop brush here, the De La Rowney Aquafine mop brush. I've got this rigger brush, which I don't really ever use, also De La Rowney. So I might take it with me, why not? It doesn't take up much space, it's very small. And then I have this cheap flat brush. I really want to get a better flat brush, but this one does the job for the moment. Someone asked me why the end's cut off, one of my students, and the only reason is that the pencil case I had at the time, it wouldn't fit in, but obviously it's not an issue here. And yeah, I think it's always handy to have one of these water brushes in the bag. They're very useful for painting on location, obviously. And then I've got my set of travel brushes, my set of Escoda brushes. So I've got the number 10, the number 6, and the number 2. I might not take the number 2 with me. I very rarely use it, to be honest with you. So that's those three there. They're the Escoda Reserva brushes. And then finally, my favourite, Rosemary & Co. 1/4 inch travel dagger brush as well. Brilliant brush, very versatile because of that nice pointy end. And yeah, they're all housed in this pencil case, which I just think is like the best design ever. And I only got it because just when I was in the UK, I asked my mum, I was like, you don't happen to have any pencil cases lying around that you don't want? Because previous to that, I was using the sunglasses case, which is kind of, yeah, I'd kind of got past that really. And she produced this, and I was like, oh my god, this is just the best design of pencil case ever, because it just means you can actually see what's in it. You know, it's not like one of those pouch ones. So yeah, I really love it. And it's just obviously came with some kids like math set in it. It's like Helix Oxford, so it probably had a compass and a bunch of rulers and whatnot in it. So yeah, that's all the art materials I am taking with me. And let me just quickly show you a few other bits and bobs that I'm taking with me that you might find interesting. So here we have my stool, my camping stool, which is really, I only got it recently. It's really useful to, sorry, I'm trying to put it up and film at the same time. Really useful if there's nowhere around to really perch yourself, much more comfortable. And then I treated myself to this book, which got recommended to me from Duncan's cousins, who are honorary rangers at Kruger National Park. And they said it's a really good place to start and, you know, just find out more. And also use it as a reference book along the way, just to try and identify things, trees, insects, birds that we otherwise wouldn't know what they are. Then this thing is interesting. This is like a gimbal, so I put my phone in it and it really allows me to get some interesting shots and some smoother footage. I was actually using it when I filmed the jacarandas the other day, so yeah, it just means that the footage can just be a bit more smooth and stable. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that along the way, I'm sure. And then I also treated myself to a nice pair of binoculars so I can actually see things. These are so handy when you're exploring game reserves and you're looking for animals and birds and that kind of thing. So yeah, Duncan and I both treated ourselves to some nice binoculars. So obviously we're taking more than this, but these are some of my non-sketching yet essential items. So I hope that's been fun for you guys to look at. I'm really looking forward to sharing some of the footage and sketches that I do along the way. I'm not going to have enough internet to sort of upload YouTube videos and stuff like that, but I will certainly endeavour to share that stuff with you in December when we get back. So have a great November, guys. I've got videos scheduled throughout November for your viewing pleasure. And yeah, I'll see you on the flip side. See you in December.